got two stories here today.
All right.
Like, and one I'm really not sure about. One made me so mad. I went to bed angry.
Uh-oh.
Woke up angry.
Uh-oh.
I was pissed. The other story, I don't know what to think about it.
Okay.
I'm kind of confused. And the reason why I'm confused is because I did not have a chance to get all the way through this interview that I'm going to play for you.
Okay.
Now, let me go ahead and jump into it, because I know people are like, God damn, boy, y'all done took so many detours to get into this fucking point. Shut up. Do what we want to do. Yeah, you get to that point, just keep riding, taking the scenic route. So this story here, man. Now, before we started, I said this story, it's a lot of things in one. It'll make you sad. It'll make you angry. And it might even make you laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows, by the end of it, you may even be like, well, shit, you know what I'm getting upset about. I might get this guy's point.
Okay.
2 words for you. Romeo Rose.
Oh, this story.
I knew you heard about this.
Yes.
I was hoping you did, because I don't want to just repeat some shit to you. But people, if you haven't heard about it, it's a guy here in Austin, Texas, where we reside. Lovely town. Town that's considered to be sort of an open-minded oasis here in Texas.
For Texas, yes.
For Texas, yeah. A lot of people here of all types, and some people even like to use that term hippie town.
Yes. And when we say all types, we mean mostly white or Mexican.
But here, man, it's not, we're just like everywhere else. The people have all kind of ways of seeing the world.
Sure.
But we usually don't hear about a whole lot of racism here.
Not openly.
Not exactly, not openly. I mean, it's here. I mean, shit, we got the governor here. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care what you say about that motherfucker. He don't like niggas. I don't care what you say, but you like Mexicans as long as they're bright and look like Europeans. But you looking like you work at the Home Depot. And when I say work at Home Depot, you waiting for that bus to pick your ass up, or a van or a truck on the corner. He ain't your friend.
Yeah, I think they changed the name to Homes Depot.
Hey, Holmes, you're going to get depoted back to Mexico. But this guy, he put up a website called Sleepless in Austin, because he loves that movie Sleepless in Seattle. And first, it looks kind of innocent. He's asking for people to help him out with a date.
Sure.
He's even going as far as to pay somebody $1,500 to get him a date. Hadn't had any trim in a while, you know.
Is he rich?
Looking at how he dresses, I don't think so.
Okay, so he's already, we know he's crazy.
But I think okay, here's the deal. Let me just go ahead and read off to you.
Okay.
Because if you're asking for a date, then there's probably some things that you shouldn't say if you want women to find you attractive or appealing or have at least a decent personality.
Or not run away.
Or not call 911 on your ass. Now, there's certain guys who know what they want in a woman. And this is debatable right here. Some people.
I already tell you, anybody who hasn't had the chance to go to the internet to look him up, the guy looks like Anthony Robbins' retarded little brother.
Well, you know what? That's all for the eye of the beholder, man. Okay. Some women might see him as a totally different person.
Okay.
Some people might be looking at Brad Pitt. You'd be blind as a motherfucker.
That's true. We do have a blind school right down the street from
here. And by Brad Pitt, I mean he might sound like Brad Pitt to you, because if you look at him. But let me go ahead and read you some of his criteria. First one is debatable.
Okay.
Some people find it deplorable, but it's debatable. He says he wants a woman who is 130 pounds or less.
All right. That's reasonable.
Romeo Rose won't date anyone. And by the way, I'm reading this off of RYOT. News in Action. Romeo Rose won't date anyone over 130 pounds. Considering the average American woman weighs 166 pounds. Of course, that's in America where they eat a lot. So, you know, that's, no, I'm kidding. It's no wonder he's having so much trouble finding the woman of his dreams. Here's a quote. He says, "What a lot of people miss is the psychological part of why I would not want a fat woman." 130 pounds ain't exactly fat.
No, not at all. But go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying.
But hey, it's personal taste.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, if you're aesthetically attracted to something, nobody can really fault you for that.
Not only are they visually repulsive to me, but also a fat woman.
Jesus.
That's a sign of low self-esteem, that they have no self-respect, that they are not a motivated person. Contrastingly, Romeo Rose is the most handsome and well-groomed man on earth. Now, that's a sarcastic line right there that they're saying. We'll talk about his looks in a little bit. Now, I will say this. There are people who get away with saying things. Now, you get a handsome guy who's talking about what kind of woman he wants. A lot of women would say, oh, well, he's handsome. He does deserve someone who's of a certain size or of a certain weight. I wish I could have. Our women would get mad because they can't have that.
Okay.
But because Romeo Rose is not Brad Pitt, I think a lot of women are getting upset. And the words he uses are probably not the best either. I wouldn't actually say repulsive myself.
Well, I think even if Brad Pitt said some shit like that, he'd catch a lot of heat.
If he used the word repulsive, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can use those words and not catch heat. I have somebody look at it and go like, what the fuck, man?
Shit, I remember years ago, frat guys used to go around in shirts that said, no fat chicks.
Yeah.
Ain't even fat women like, that's so funny.
Well, man, that used to be the thing. Like, you read those personal ads, like in the Chronicle, and somebody like, I just want somebody who's sensitive and loving and, can respect me like I respect them. No beards, no fats.
Oh, what if I'm a fat beard? Can I? Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Look, I wouldn't use the words that he's using, but I think the guy is actually, he knows what he wants.
Sure.
He might have said it wrong, but I respect that.
Okay.
Now let's go on to the next thing of his criteria.
Mm-hmm.
It says 2, pink women only.
Pink?
Well, let me explain. Romeo Rose doesn't like black women.
Okay.
He says, I'm just not attracted to them. The skin color of black. I don't think it's pretty. Black women, they've got black hair, black lips. Actually, they got pink lips if you look at them. Everything's all black. I like white women because I like pink.
Okay.
Now,
well, he sounds like your friend Kevin at this point.
Sounds like Billy. Shit. I was thinking, well, you know what? What can I say against that? Him and Billy should go hang out at night on the town sometime. Perfect wingman together. And by the way, I think Billy finds fat women repulsive too. So,
All right.
So, hey, what can I say to this guy? When I hear him say, I don't want black women, I can't get mad at that. I'm like, hey, you're not attracted to black women. Why would I think that's racist?
Right.
However, a lot of times when people say, I would never date a black woman or a black guy, it's usually followed up by something else.
Oh, of course.
Or there's more to it than just that.
Of course.
Lo and behold.
So he couldn't stop right there.
The great Romeo couldn't stop right there. Had to keep on going. Turns out that Romeo doesn't believe in the mixing of races, and thus also would never date a woman. A white woman who's had sex with a black man either. He goes on to compare having sex with a black person to bestiality,
right?
And then claims he's not racist because he's wearing a Black Panthers t-shirt. Now, I read this about the guy that...
that Black Panthers t-shirt is probably like the most offensive thing you've read so far.
Now, see, that's the thing about the guy. He goes off and says all this shit, and he said it. It's been on his website, right. Saying that black people, he doesn't believe that black and white people should date each other. Black people are the same thing as having sex with animals.
Uh-huh.
He says this. And let's go to number 3. Yeah, there's more, believe it or not. You're like, damn, where can you go after that? Well, maybe this one's a little more sensible.
All right.
He says, no sluts. I will not date any girl that has ever had a threesome or a large number of past sexual partners, states Romeo on his website. I do not want a promiscuous slut. I want a normal, decent, good-hearted girlfriend. This person goes on to say, shit, pardon my feminism. It's totally fair to want a life partner who hasn't slept around, but having multiple sexual partners doesn't necessarily make a woman a promiscuous slut. Says it was such a short list of requirements. Wish your Romeo will find a wife in no time. After all, he's only alienated half the women who like to eat, have sex, or aren't pink. You know what I would love?
What's that?
I would love for him to take a girl home and he wakes up in the morning, not only find out that she slept with 50 guys, but is also a woman in whiteface, rubs that shit off, and has a dick.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and she's wearing super Spanx. So when she takes those off, it turns out she's 160 pounds.
That too. Half that weight is because she had a dick. Stupid motherfucker. I mean, you know what, man? Look, it's funny because when you hear the guy, he comes across as the nicest guy. There is an interview here that he did with the Huffington Post.
Right. I've heard about it. I hadn't really checked any of this out. I've just been hearing about it from people. When I was at Fantastic Fest, I met this guy. He sounded like he might not even be American. I don't know. He was talking about it. He was animated. And he was just like, the things he said about, I don't even want to repeat them to you. I was like, what'd he say? He said, I don't feel comfortable saying it. And I was going to tell him like, I was just about to tell him like, look, if you got to use the word nigger, I'm going to give you a pass. This one time. But he just said that he compared sleeping with black women as like bestiality. I was like, and what else? No, that was it. I just don't feel comfortable. I was like, oh, well, shit, man. Heard that before.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit, I've been compared to an animal by women who have had sex with me. Do you remember?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, I've had that. Like a girl who I was actually having sex with and make that comparison.
Shit, I remember when I was 25, I was dating this woman. I used dating loosely because she was freaking me out. But it was a woman. She had a nice body on and everything. She was about 41, something like that. Some chick I worked with. And I remember you got mad because she said, she got little tips and said to you, she was like, tonight I'm going to ride my black stallion, my great black stallion. And I came up to her, I heard her say that. I came up to her and I said, oh, when are we going home? Shit, you know what? I was like, before I was there, see you, Leon. And she got on my back.
Yeah, man, it's not cool. I remember being in Mexico and having a stripper call me El Burro. And I was like, I get that this is a compliment, but you don't understand the history of my people where compared to animals is not cool.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't speak any English, so I don't know how to translate this. So never mind.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say that time. I was dating this white chick, and she wanted to be Jane and wanted me to be King Kong. I did it because I was the only one going to get some.
That's why we tell these stories, because at the end of it, it's like, well, I went ahead and did what I had to do, but I feel like shit about it afterwards. And I'm mad at her for putting me in that position.
Yeah, shit. I was up on a bedpost like I was on the Empire State Building and everything. She threw little toy helicopters at me. Shit, can we fuck now? One more. All right. And she hit me with a bat to make me fall to the ground. But it said, let's listen to this interview right here, man. And where he's talking to this chick from the Huffington Post, which I wouldn't be surprised if this girl was a plant, because she's pretty, very pretty.
Yeah.
But she's obviously not 130 pounds.
Oh, okay.
She's a little bit over that.
How much would you pay for the perfect girlfriend? One Texas man is willing to shell out $1,500 to anyone who can find him a lady who fits his requirements.
Yes, she does.
The only catch is that there are many of them. Romeo Rose, yes, that is his real name, created the website Sleepless in Austin in pursuit of a significant other. Your real name is Romeo Rose.
That's my real name.
We have proof?
I have a little... I got a driver's license of it. I have a little slogan that I tell people. It usually is like an icebreaker, and it makes people laugh. I kind of say this little rhyme. I'm Romeo Rose, and I pimp them hoes.
And you hate black people. Well, you know what? He never said he hated black people, but you wouldn't fuck a black chick. Sounds like you've been trying to talk that shit to black chicks for years. They be turning your ass down, and now you just find like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to fuck black chicks no way.
Yeah, that's like your friend Kevin.
Talking about Romeo Rose, I pimped them hoes.
Man, I can't stop looking at them big ass horse teeth these guys.
From the ghettos to the limos.
How's that working for you?
It's just a little icebreaker, you know.
I imagine the ladies swoon when they hear that.
Well, you know, it's just a joke. You can see by my website, I'm not anything at all like that.
So, Romeo, you received a ton of attention for this website. Can you tell me what inspired it? Really, what possessed you to write these things?
Well, because of, loneliness. You know, I've been here.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Maybe if you shut your fucking mouth and
get a brain transplant.
Yeah. Everything about this motherfucker is just, he's the last person in the world that needs to have any kind of fucking stipulations about what kind of girl he wants.
You don't think, well, I mean, I don't know. When I was hearing about this, I was just so sure. I was like, you guys, this guy's autistic. And everybody needs to stop publicizing this because he's ill. But, you know, hearing him talk, he doesn't sound like he's autistic. He's just a dumbass.
He's just stupid, man. I mean, he might be off a little bit. I mean, he might just be socially retarded and just don't know what the fuck he's doing.
it's funny. He's like one of these guys where like you think, okay, like you have a daughter, and you're like, okay, if she has a boyfriend I don't like, if I let her know I don't like him, she's gonna rebel and go to him even more so. So to be careful. But this motherfucker walks in, you like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You break it up right now.
Yeah.
And you take him aside, you're like, I will blow you the fuck away.
I will do the world a favor and have your ass missing forever.
Yes.
Nobody will ever find you.
You ever seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
I will get a plastic tub and some lye, and your shit will be over. I'm giving you this one chance to walk away.
Now, you know you be the guy with a hole in your roof trying to do that shit. Burn the fucking ruin your bathtub trying to do this shit. Be better off shooting his ass and taking him off to the country
Probably
somewhere.
so.
Feeding him to some pigs.
Whatever it takes.
Texas for almost 4 years, and I haven't had a girlfriend in almost 4 years. And that's coming out of an 11-year relationship. And then my birthday was just a few days ago, and I kind of got really sad and depressed. And so I started thinking, I've tried dating sites and other things, and I work so much.
Yeah, I tried dating sites. What do you see in a woman? No niggas. Huh. I got 0 responses. I wonder why.
This is so hard to meet someone. So I thought, let me think outside the box. I'll make a website. What motivates people? Money. So I thought, okay, maybe somebody out there knows a girl, a friend, or relative that might be interested in me. So if I could motivate them to play matchmaker or play Cupid and introduce us, maybe I could find, the girl that I'm dreaming of, So I put the website up, and I had no idea, that it was going to go viral like this. It was very shocking. And it's only been up like for 3 days now, and my phone's like ringing off the hook and everything.
Romeo, your idea of a dream girl is incredibly specific, and people have been critical of your requirements. So I want to just kind of go through a few of these things. The first one is you like girls that are 130 pounds or less. That's a specific number.
Well, I mean, that number, it can change based on height, weight proportion, as long as everything's in proportion. But what a lot of people miss is the psychological part of why I would not want a fat woman. Not only are they
missing the psychological part of your craze. I mean,
you know what? Just taking just in a short burst, like, I want a woman who's like this kind of slender. This is what I like. It's easy to go like, all right, fair enough. I mean, it's too bad that your vision is that narrow, but hey, you know what? You ain't the only guy who's like that. Mm-hmm. We can let that go. Mm-hmm. But now he's about to explain it in a way that makes it go, wow, this is even worse than I thought.
Yeah. It's just some shit that's why I say own up to your shit.
Yeah.
When you try to walk away or walk yourself around shit and be nice about it or backpedal on shit, you sound worse.
Yes.
If he just come up and if he just said, yeah, I want a fat chick. That's not me talking. I'm just saying if I was in his, well, obviously I'm not in the state of mind. I mean, and I'm even trying to make him make sense out of his own shit. The motherfucker's off, man. But I mean, really, if he had common sense and had the confidence, he just said, yeah, that's what I want. So what? Yeah. Fuck it. If you don't like it, that's too bad. You ain't the one that got to fuck him. I do.
I mean, how was this guy brought up? Were his parents gunned down in the street?
I don't know how this motherfucker was brought up. Shit, I don't know. I tell you what I would love to do. He lives here in Austin. I would love to have him on the show. I mean, and I would be cool about it.
But we're black, though.
Okay. Now you think that. But let's listen to some more here.
Okay.
There's a shot.
Okay.
We got a shot.
Okay.
Now, we probably can't date him, but we got a shot.
Okay. All right.
Visually repulsive to me, but also a fat woman, that's a sign of low self-esteem, that they have no self-respect, that they're not a motivated person, that they lack self-discipline. So you can tell a lot about somebody by how well they take care of their body. And also, it's also a health issue. I mean, why would I want to marry a girl that's overweight and she's probably going to die of a heart attack or stroke due to her weight?
Why would a girl want to marry a guy who's probably going to die of a bullet or ass beating one day?
Well, he's got a skewed view of like what overweight is, especially to the point of being, affecting your health.
Yeah, the motherfucker ain't living in the real world, man.
Okay, why is he swinging back and forth?
Oh, he's holding his laptop.
Oh, okay.
I think I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Obesity 15, 20 years earlier than she naturally should, Well,
let's talk about 130 pounds. First of all, above 130 pounds is not necessarily overweight. And I have to be a little curious here. Do you find me physically repulsive?
See, look at
that's yes.
Yeah. Don't laugh. But he kind of owns up to it. Kind of.
Well, I mean, I can tell you're a little overweight. I mean, maybe repulsive is a strong word. You know, like if nothing personal against you, but if someone that looked exactly like you asked me out on a date, I wouldn't go out with them.
You know, hey man,
Okay, there you go. He did own up to it.
I kind of respect that. You know, he was nice about it. He said, look, you know, in your case, I'm gonna be nice, but if you're gonna put me on the spot, no, I wouldn't date you.
Right.
I wouldn't date you, and I wouldn't date a bitch that look like you behind you. But you know, I respect that. By the way, when I say that, I'm in this frame of mind. I'm not really calling this woman a bitch. I'm just joking because this guy's fucking crazy. I'm making fun of him.
Oh, I'm heartbroken, Romeo. I am heartbroken. Well, aside from the fact that, like you said, I'm slightly overweight, so that knocks me out of the running. You have some other requirements. This one I cover. You won't date a black girl. You don't care if she looks like Halle Berry.
Right.
Why not?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of black women that wouldn't date a white guy because they're not attracted to a white guy. So why is it people are calling me a racist because of my sexual preference and my sexual taste? Why do I get labeled as a racist because I'm not attracted to black women?
Wait, why do those black women not get labeled as racist? Because they are.
Well, you're missing the point here, though. He's labeled as a racist because he's omitting some things that he has said afterwards.
Sure.
Like if he just said, I don't want to date a black woman, you'd be like, all right, you know, that's your preference. I don't, maybe there's some racist shit behind it, maybe there isn't, but everybody has a personal taste. I don't care.
Right.
But when you come up and saying, I think having sex with black people is like having sex with animals, that means that you don't, what we said before, you see black people as subpar human.
Right.
That's why you're fucking labeled a racist, you stupid motherfucker. I mean, what the fuck you think? Well, I'm all labeled. See, that's what I'm talking about. Be a man.
Well, it's just being an idiot.
Yeah, you know, I mean.
You know, I'm just not attracted to it. I'm a very visual person. I don't think it's pretty. I mean, the skin color of black, I don't think it's pretty. And black women, you know, they got black hair, black lips. Everything's all black. I like white women because, you know, I like pink. You know, they got, you know, different things are pink and they have blonde hair or brown hair, you know, things like that. I'm a very visual person. At least I'm being honest because, you know what? A lot of the guys, most people in this world, and not just talking about dating, but everything in life these days, has come down to being politically correct. And I do not like that term politically correct because what you have is you have a lot of hypocrites that say the politically correct thing to say in any given situation, but in their hearts, they are still harvesting some sort of hatred or evil. I'm not racist at all. I love black.
I have to push back.
He actually said, if you're listening carefully before he's interrupted, he actually says, I love black people. Listen to this.
Just talking about dating, but everything in life these days has come down to being politically correct. And I do not like that term politically correct because what you have is you have a lot of hypocrites that say the politically correct thing to say in any given situation, but in their hearts, they are still harvesting some sort of hatred or evil. I'm not racist at all. I love black
I have to push back a little bit there because you wrote that I do not believe that whites and blacks should mix races sexually and have kids together.
Now, here's why the interview cut off of me. So maybe he has an explanation for all of this, what he's saying.
Yeah.
Let me hear. Curious.
I think it's okay for whites and Hispanics, but not blacks. I would never, ever, ever date a woman if I found out that she ever had been sexually active with a black man. So it's not only just you not having an attraction to someone who has a darker skin tone, but if per se I was blonde and 130 pounds and you found out that in my life I have dated and had sex with a black guy, I still don't meet your criteria for who you're going to date.
Well, you know, if I'm disgusted and repulsed by the physical aesthetics of a black woman, I would feel the same way about a black man. So why would
how can you say you're not racist if you just said you're physically repulsed by the aesthetics of a black woman?
Because that's a sexual preference. I'm not going to get turned on by looking at a black woman. It's like, you know, just because you don't like a painting by Monet, you know, but you like Van Gogh doesn't mean that you don't like art. It just means you don't like a particular artist. Just because I'm not sexually turned on by a black girl doesn't mean I have any hatred in my heart for her, you know?
But how does whether or not the girl of your dreams if she's ever had sex with a black person, how does that affect you? And how would you even know? You say the same thing about, you know, having a threesome or a large number of sexual past partners. How would you even know? And what difference does it make?
I would know if she told me, if she was honest and open and told me that sort of a thing. I would know if it ever came out in conversation or if I ever found any kind of correspondence with a black person or such. And the reason why is because I find black people, they visually look disgusting to me. I mean, they look like, monkeys or gorillas or like an animal. That's disgusting. It's like bestiality.
You're still gonna stand.
Okay, this motherfucker lives in Austin. I'm gonna find his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to be nice. I was like, you know what? Because when it cut off, I was listening to it last night on my tablet. Something happened on my computer, on my tablet, to where the interview just stopped. And I couldn't get it back to that point where it cut off. So I just said, you know what? I'll just listen to this tomorrow. I'll be surprised by it.
Yeah,
man. Because I cut off and I said, this guy sounds like he's defending himself. Sounds like I might not like everything he's saying, but he's sticking up for his points. And he's not backing down. He might be dodging a little bit, but he ain't really backing down. And after hearing this shit right here, I'm like, man, I'm gonna look for this motherfucker. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna hurt him, but I'm just gonna find this motherfucker and confront his ass.
He's just gonna keep saying the same thing over and over, and you're gonna be backed into a corner where you have no choice but to either beat his ass or walk away shaking your head. And have people looking at you like, why'd you even start that?
Maybe I don't even want to get an answer. Maybe I don't even want him to think a certain way. I would just like to, right here, this girl, she's asking him some direct things. It's a good interview. And she ain't letting him squirm out of shit. But I think he really needs to be held to task on some of the things that he's saying. And I wouldn't want to fight him or anything, but it's like, man, you know what? I would like to, I'll tell you what I'd like to do. Let me tell you what I'd like to do. And I just want to finish this interview. We only have just a few seconds to go. Okay. And I'll tell you what I'd like to do.
By the statement that you're not racist when you just compared having sex with a black person to bestiality?
That's not racist. Look,
wait, what part of that isn't racist?
Look at my shirt. That's a Black Panthers shirt. I'm wearing a Black Panthers shirt. Okay,
you know what? We gotta shut this down because this has taken such a turn from what I thought was actually an ironically funny post to something that is just so wrong in my eyes that I can't do it. So thank you for joining us. And we are gonna go ahead and shut this down. If you want to check out his blog or leave him some comments, it is on you because I can't do this anymore.
Oh, man, I want to marry her.
God damn. Even he shut our ass down. She's like, fuck, this shit went to some dark places I did not want to go.
You know what? I'm real happy to see that because so often I've seen this thing with journalists where they put on a big show like, oh, I'm so disgusted by this. But they don't turn the camera off, but they're like, yeah, but the ratings are too much. I can't stop it.
Honestly, I think she should have done the same thing. I mean, I'm glad to see her disdain for this guy to where she had to cut it off because you don't ever see that much. But I do think it's an interview that needs to keep going. Now, I'll tell you why I want to meet this guy. I'll tell you exactly why.
Some pillowcases and some bars of soap.
And some oranges. Beat the fuck. No. What I like to do is, I've told you, man, I feel bad for people who just can't embrace who they are. I see gay people all the time on the DL.
Oh, I know.
I see them, they're not happy. And I want this guy, I told you, man, I don't want to beat this guy's ass. I told you, I'm not an angry person these days. I'm a little more laid back, a little happier. I would love to go and talk to this guy and let him know that he's also on the DL, man. That he's on the down low. He's in denial. The guy's a racist.
Oh, yeah.
And I really believe
it'd be good to prove to him, if nothing else.
Just sit back and tell him.
You are a racist. And that's how you feel, that's fine. But embrace the fact that you are this.
Yeah. Maybe if you hear it from a black man, maybe you hear this from a black man, you're a racist and you're trying to do everything you can. Him wearing that Black Panther shirt is now this is maybe a little bit of an extreme, but it's almost like the gay guy that is the gay man that's going out and watching football and hanging out at Hooters or bikinis talking about, hey, man, look at that girl there. She's hot. Hey, man, this is such a manly thing looking at these sports, ain't it? Oh, yeah, man. Manly time. And people looking at him like, you know what? You're overcompensating just a little bit.
I see it like the guy who's in prison who rapes another guy. It's like, yeah, I raped him to get my revenge. I made him gay. It's like,
no, man, I need to talk to this guy.
I'm not. It's not gay what I did because I did it to him. See,
so you're saying he's a top racist instead of a bottom racist?
Yeah, in his head he's got it completely rationalized.
No, this man here, he needs some help. He needs a lot of help, but maybe I could help him be happy in a certain way. Maybe if he heard it from a black person, how they break it down and told him, and got him to come around because. I don't know why the guy isn't going on some racist dating website. They're out there. I don't know why the guy's not on Stormfront or something like that, or looking for.
Is Stormfront? Is that one of them?
Oh yeah, I'll get a kick at looking at Stormfront all the time. I actually went on Stormfront one time, and this was a long time ago.
Yeah,
and I went in there talking to somebody. I just got on a chat. It was a long time. I was just doing stupid shit. I got on the chat and I said, what's up with all the racism? And somebody else was on there. It was just one other person, some chick, and she's like, yeah, I don't know. What is this all about? I said, really? Are you kidding? She's like, nah. She said, I was on here and I was about to type something like that too. And I saw you here. And I said, yeah, what's going on here? She's like, I don't know, but this is crazy, isn't it? I'm like, yeah. And somebody came in, of course, and shut that shit down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a moderator who came in and saw that and just locked us out.
Because you were talking about the racism on
Because it was clear that we were, and I forgot what we were talking about. I think we even said, I said, yeah, I'm black. I just came here to see what's going on. I'm not even mad. I was like, and she was like, yeah, well, so like, I like everybody too. She said, I was just curious. I mean,
and she went like, so what are you doing later?
No, you know what? I would love to tell that story and say that happened. I mean, don't think that crossed my mind, but no, I didn't. It didn't happen like that. I mean, don't think I wasn't trying to work towards it. Before
that goddamn cock blocking moderator ruined everything.
The goddamn sex Nazi came in. Fuck this fucking Aryan nation shit. Yeah, you a Nazi, all right. You fucking dick Nazi is what you are. But I want to go talk to this guy and just tell him, man, look, you'd be a lot happier if you just embraced your racism.
True.
And went out there and found a girl. And you know what? And here's the deal. If he quit acting so fucking stupid and quit trying to act like he's not a racist and doing all that backpedaling and be a fucking man and embrace his racism, I bet you'd find a girl, 125 pounds, who loves him because she tell him, I find your hatred of niggas sexy.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Even like, the fucking serial killer Richard Ramirez, arrested in prison.
Of course.
And got flooded with women proposing to him.
There are women out there who love every type, especially if you got some fame. They don't care how you got it.
Now he's famous.
Yeah.
I bet his inbox is blowing up.
Yeah. I find it, you talk about some irony. I really find it funny that he's talking about black people look like animals to him and his ass looks like Joe Camel, but
yeah.
I mean, come on, man. The thing is, I gotta tell you, you ain't the most handsome guy in the world either.
Yeah. I mean, he's talking about other people, like a whole race of people look repulsive to him.
Yeah.
It's like, for real, dude, are there really no mirrors in your house?
Motherfucker looks like a horse with a perm and a goatee. Wearing fucking pirate shirts, and this is fucking 2013, and you wearing posing in pirate shirts, and I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look. Embrace your racism. Just come out and say, listen. And it's what I told you all the time. People don't believe that. Like I said, some people would say, you know what? I'm cool with everybody except black people. I'm glad this guy came out so they could see it.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, there's no reason to publicize this anymore. We see who this guy is. At least we know. You see him, you know what he's all about.
Well, there's some people who say, no, black people are the most racist people in the world. Or, you know what, man? Blacks don't have it that bad anymore. That's like, something, maybe we don't have it that bad as far as, society.
Compared to what it was.
To what it was in society. But there are people out there who they make an exception for black people. And now this guy's not alone.
Right.
There's a lot of people.
Clearly, that's what he kept saying.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who feels like this.
You imagine how many friends he has that probably agree with him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people who say, I'm cool with Asians.
Yeah. I'm sure after the interview, they high-fived him like, oh, yeah. Man, Romeo, you tore it up out there. You told her how T.I. is.
Yeah.
And then walked away, went to each other, stupid motherfucker.
Yeah. Why are we still hanging around this asshole, man? What the fuck is going on with that? I mean, but this guy, some people out there say, I'm cool with Asians. I'm cool with Latino people. I'm even all right with Indians, but fuck, man, black people, I just can't deal with that shit. That's why I got to draw the line.
Right.
And he said this right here. He's like, between I don't know,
like whites and Latinos can mix. That's okay.
He said that's fine. I'm sure he take an Asian chick too, but he's like, yeah, black people, I can't deal with that. That's those monkeys. No, I can't deal with that shit. That's some zoo shit right there. I can't do that. There's people that think like that. So what I have to say to my man here is, you know what? Embrace that shit. Be who you are. Be racist all you want.
Yeah.
And once you do that, you're going to find a lot of like-minded people to be around, and I guarantee you'll find some chicks that you want.
So all he has to do really is just stop saying, I'm not racist.
Exactly. Yeah. Just start saying, I'm racist. Get yourself a nice little sexy Aryan girlfriend.
Yeah.
Shit, the rest of the world might fucking hate you, but,
Don't have kids, though.
Move the fuck out of Austin, man.
Yeah, that is one of those things of like, I think your problem is that you live here.
Yeah. Go to East Texas.
It's been 4 years and I haven't been able to find somebody who I can hold in my heart.
Yeah, it's because you don't live in Alabama. Move to fucking, move one of the other fucking southern states. Move to Mississippi. Move to Florida.
Well, look at all the rest of Texas.
Yeah.
Austin isn't even that big of a city. You got all the rest of Texas you could go to.
That's why I say move to East Texas, man.
Yes.
I mean, I've heard the guy. He has some videos up where he plays guitar. He's a good musician, so I can see why he's probably trying to stay here.
Oh,
I motherfuckers trying to be Stevie Ray Vaughan and shit, but it ain't working for you, man.
No.
I mean, you might look cool playing that guitar, but when you get a girl done and says, you know what, I really hate niggers, they're gonna be like, all right.
And she probably is first like, oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Really? Okay.
Wow. Oh, that wasn't a joke. Oh.
Can you believe all these apes down here on 6th Street ruining my show? What do you mean ruining your show? Ruin it by existing. What do you mean? I'll look at them. I'm trying to play.
Well, I'm sure it was apes who wrote the music that he likes to play so much.
Yeah. Motherfucking then playing the blues and shit.
Yeah.
That's what blues is black.
Shit. I'm
Stupid
horse-faced racist blues.
I got the horse-faced racist blues. Dude, just, come on, man. All right. I would be nice. I would like to get him on the show. I mean,
I would not.
I would love to get him here and just talk to him. I mean, you know what? Not here.
Okay.
I want him up in here. I would go to his place. I'd bring a witness with me.
Yeah, you better.
Maybe a loaded gun. And you know me, I don't like to carry guns, but this one case, I let it, I shake his hand and wouldn't even tell him I got a gun. I just pulled my shirt back, Hey,
once
buddy.
you got there, he'd have plastic on the chairs.
Oh, that's cool.
And a bottle of Windex to wipe down anything you touch.
And then I'd have a white girl come pick me up after. See, Romeo?
Oh man, and see, that'd be the thing to bring a girl like, yeah, I brought this girl who's like, she saw your video, she's nuts about you and all, have her be his perfect type and all, have him talk and rap to her and everything, exchange phone numbers, and right when it's time to go, like, hey, you ready to go? She's like, yeah, and just go over, just give you a big French kiss, then y'all hop in the car and grab her ass and get in the car, and just watch him going,
shit, if that don't make you racist, I don't know what will. Trying to help you, Romeo. I'm kissing this white girl right here to make you angry so that you can embrace your racism. Embrace your hatred. Start fucking on this couch.
How does it make you feel when you see this?
Yeah, that's it. Get angry. Yes. Be like the Emperor in fucking Star Wars while fucking that white girl on his couch. Yes. Feel the hatred.
Oh, man. But you imagine him and Billy out on a town on a pussy hunt? Just that night. Just being able to film that.
Man, you know what? I have a feeling that he would like black people after he met Billy. You know what? I hate black chicks, Billy. I do too. Man, I hate fat chicks. Man, I do too. Having sex with black people is like having sex with animals. I agree. It's the same thing. Women say I have the cock of a horse all the time. Oh my God.
Billy, I have to say that as black people go, you look much less like a monkey than the rest.
I think so too. Why haven't we met each other? Why can't we be friends?
I was going to say, at the end of it, it's the two of them doing a duo, making a music video.
Why can't we be friends?
Don't touch me, Billy.
The song will end like this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Monkey and Horse.
Right. It was a shot of a gorilla in a military uniform on top of a horse.
Yeah, Billy should ride his ass into the sunset. Be funny if him and Billy start hanging out with each other. You know what would really be funny? We find out that they were a gay couple at the end of the day.
No, that'd be too obvious. Be like, yeah, people be like, I knew that.
We knew that. Shit. Billy takes care of himself a little bit too well, and this guy's wearing fucking red, flamboyant pirate shirts. Both of them kind of off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure what would happen was Billy would encourage him to go out and talk to women, and then after he fucked it up, Billy would just swoop in and just seal the deal. He would just use that guy as his bait.
I tell you what, I'll tell you this much: Romeo Rose better quit hating on black people, because I know a ton of black men who can show him how to get a nice looking white girl any day.
Well, that's true.
Billy's one of them. You want to learn how to get yourself a nice 125-pound pink girl? Hang out with a Negro today. Shit, motherfucker, I'll take you out somewhere. Do this shit. I ain't even trying to scoop on your ass. I'll hand it to you, because you're gonna fuck it up anyway. Romeo, shut the fuck up.
Be like a reverse Cyrano de Bergerac, where rather than telling him what to say, you just tell him what not to say.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Oh, shit.
This was my monkey friend, Korey. Romeo, shut up, man. Look, just for tonight, I am not a monkey, okay? I'm Korey.
But you look just like one. I don't understand.
I don't get it. What did I say wrong? God, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, man, this is some crazy. I really do want to talk to the guy. I really do. I mean,
hey, man, look, he's offered $1,500 for a girlfriend. I know you're not gonna leave that money on the table.
Oh, that's right. You know what? We should see if we can do that.
Hell yeah!
I split it with you. Shit, I mean, just because you.
I got to figure out what girl I hate that much.
I mean, look. You don't have to figure out a girl that you know. I'm sure there's some girl. I'll put it out there right now. I mean, are there any girls who listen to this show because you just listen to it just because you hate us? You probably take this to your fucking Aryan meetings every week and see, I told you, look how they talk. You know, I mean, right now, let's just pull that aside and let's all work for each other. Mm-hmm. Let's be that movie where the enemies, you know, they put everything aside and work for a common good.
Right, right.
There's a girl out there who can admit that she's a racist. Who might be able to help this guy who wants to earn, you know, a little cash, mm-hmm. and also might meet a charming guy.
Yeah.
Let me know. We'll set it up. You don't have to live here in Austin. I'd like to see if I get a response.
Be interesting.
I'm telling you, so if there's any girl, if anybody knows of a girl, let's just say you know of a girl who feels like he does. I know that because I've seen girls like this.
I'm curious. So like that $1,500, like, is he going to pay the girl herself? Or is he going to pay the person who introduced him to the girl?
No, I think he wants somebody to pimp somebody out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I was going to say, like, I'm surprised a pimp hadn't jumped on this already.
Our girl, you know, I mean, I'm curious. Would he take
a girl who's not going to make rent this week? I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Would he actually take a girl who's asking for the money?
Yeah.
Is he going to give it to her? I mean, I don't think he's thought this out very well. I mean, surprise, surprise. But I know, I know, you know, a couple of girls who say, I don't date black guys.
Right.
But I'm not a racist.
Right. I've heard that.
You've heard that too. Yeah. And I know that there are some girls on this site who think that way. Oh, you guys are so funny. I would never date you because I was just raised that way. And I'm not a racist, but I wouldn't date you. I mean, you look like animals to me, but I mean that in a, you know, I like animals. They're cute and fuzzy. I mean, I find you guys just as cute. You know, you like my dog.
Yeah. I knew a girl. She was so anti-dating black guys that she actually went after British guys because she just had to get like that original white.
Oh, because she didn't even want white guys.
I mean, she would accept one, but what she wanted was British.
It's almost like if a white guy came up to her and was American, she's like,
and I would tell you,
you're just a little too black to me.
That she was not of American heritage, but she was darker than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's some fucking self-hatred shit going on right there. But hey, if any girl's up for this, please let me know. We'll set it up. We'll all make some money in this. And then when you walk away from his ass, we'll all go somewhere and have a nice drink and a nice dinner. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No, we'll be eating Ruth Chris steaks, laughing about it.
Shit, hey, Romo, you want to go, man? Yeah. I'm gonna find this guy and ask him if he actually wants to.
He's probably out there. You know.
I will. He has a wedding photography service.
Oh, is that what he does?
I think so. I went on because I was looking him up, and I think he's on Yelp. And I think he actually has a wedding photography service. And some people even said, I don't know if you want to invite him to do your wedding if you are of African American descent.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Can imagine I hired a photographer and this guy shows up.
I know. Piece of work, huh?
First, you'd be like, wait, where do I know him from? He looks. Oh, shit. No.
Mr. Ed is here.
Right.
I love that show. Nah, man, this guy. And he really does look like Joe Camel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, like I said, beauty's all in the eye of the beholder. If any girls want to take this up and want to make some money with us, let us know. All right. The other thing that I saw?